afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time you happen to be listening to us. Welcome to the Fresh Bunch podcast. My name is Mike, and today we have some great guests. We have Ryan, the wonderful, amazing, talented Ryan Black. We have the wonderful, amazing, talented Joel Serrano, and today we are missing the great Mimi Pacheco and Jimmy the Joke Man, Jimmy the Tulip Santoli. Our guests today are really, you all going to really like this conversation. You're going to like to learn about what they're doing. We have Melanie and Michelle from FleurSpace, which would be fleur-space.com.
Yep.
And the app is just FleurSpace, right? Is there an app on the phone too?
Correct.
Yeah,
that's right.
That was just FleurSpace. So without any further delay, let's get into it. Guys, what is your background? What is your experience? And how did you create this great new idea that you have out there?
Just going for it.
Sure, I'll go first.
Okay. Just let's start from the beginning. Take us all the way back.
All the way back. Okay. Yeah. So I have been a florist since 2004, started my own business with no experience, that whole story.
Based out of where? Where were you based out of?
Anaheim, California.
Oh, it's just there.
Yep. And almost 23 years now. I've been a florist, and I have a studio in Anaheim, like just right by Disneyland.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's a lot to tell about me being a florist. It's the same story as pretty much anyone else. But
when you say you have a studio, does that mean you don't have like a brick and mortar florist? You have more of a workspace where you take orders?
Yes. So I don't do retail. I did for a moment, but I don't do retail. So I have a studio in like an industrial area. I actually have two studios, and my front doors face each other. And I have the other one basically to rent out on FleurSpace. So I haven't actually used it myself yet. Anyway, so that's kind of my story about being a florist. I mean, it isn't super spectacular. I like to do events more than anything else, but I do weddings as well. So
cool.
And Michelle and I have been friends for about 20 years or so. And she's a creative person. She's not a florist. And I'll let her tell you about herself.
Well, Melanie left out that she does the flowers for the ducks at the Honda Center. I think she's...
That's funny.
Oh, yeah. So I am not a florist, like Melanie said. I am a serial business starter. So
how many
I've
businesses?
started several businesses. I think this is number 4.
I'm curious how many gets you to the serial status. I just wanted to know that. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Probably not serial status yet. Unless we're counting all the businesses I started when I was a kid.
Well, it's 4 at the same time. I would say that's pretty serial.
Mm-hmm.
But we were out to dinner one night. So one of the things that I do, I guess you could call it a business, is I rent out my house on a platform called FleurSpace. And it's basically kind of like Airbnb, but no one ever spends the night. Like people come in and do photo shoots. We have films being filmed in our home. So recently had Anthropology come shoot there. Netflix did a Bridgerton ad in my home. And so I just really enjoy renting out my space. And so we were out to dinner one night, and Melanie asked, should I put my florist shop on FleurSpace? And I was like, no, we need to create a website and do this for florists.
So that was the aha moment. That was the moment where you guys were like, we have something right there at that dinner.
Exactly. And that was January this year. And so we got our business license February 4th and took off.
Man, you're working quick.
So here we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
So FleurSpace is a platform that I guess people like us at Jeff Fresh can list their space for florists or event florists or studio florists that might need more space or at a space in a certain city. And they can find it easily using your platform.
That's right.
And they can book it and everything through your platform. They could do the whole transaction in one place.
Yes. So the idea is really for freelance florists that work out of their homes to help them grow and be able to take on bigger events. They might be afraid to take on a $10,000 wedding if all they have is a bathtub or something like that. And then no cooler space also is, a challenge for freelance florists. And then the other big one is destination florists. So if you're a florist in New York and you were hired by a production company in, let's say, Italy, and you're just like, cool, I want to do this, but how and where? And, so the idea is for studios or, people like you that have huge workspaces in Italy can, open up their space for destination florists all over the world, hopefully. Yeah.
That's great. That, we were designing our new space. We started like 2 years ago with
with the plans.
With a plan, we kind of like drew it on a paper. We drew it on a paper. In that plan, we included extra space, refrigerated space. Well, it could be refrigerated if it was needed. It could be any temperature. But we included, I think it's about 1,500 square feet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Something like that. I think it's about 1,500 square feet where we can do exactly that.
Yes.
Because we have seen a trend in what I call the studio florist, like the florist that is not a traditional brick and mortar selling retail out the front door. The more of it is like social media driven or referrals or connections. A lot of, people come to Miami, for example, there are so many parties for the F1. There are Art Basel. There are so many parties and events for that people are coming from around the world, like you said. And I would guess that's in any city has the same need because there aren't a lot of retail florists opening up flower shop, but there are quite a few creatives that are moving their art form from a paintbrush to flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And some of them, like I've said it a bunch of times, they're writing books now. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we help nurture that with this space that we have, it will help the industry continue to move forward in other ways.
Yeah, we agree with that. Yeah.
We added that room as an option of just having it as a multi-purpose space for workshops, for presentations, for guests when they want to do visits, and then obviously as a rental space for designers. But absolutely, that's become such a standard. People can't afford studios anymore. People are still starting businesses, working 2 jobs, 3 jobs while they're also doing flowers. And as we've been renting out our space, we've been learning just what goes into planning and people trying to coordinate their dates and how hard it is to find space when you have events coming up and to work plans into your proposals and things like that 8 months out in advance, whatever you're doing. It's a lot to consider and to think about. So finding these solutions like FleurSpace is exactly what florists have to do these days.
Yeah, thank you for saying that.
Yeah, I know Melanie mentioned earlier that she has a second studio. Well, she's been renting it out on FleurSpace, and it's literally paying her rent for the studio, and she's helping freelancers. And like one of our ads, we say it's a win-win. It's helping everyone.
I would have to say that from city to city, I'm sure the prices vary because of the cost of rent. Like, for example, Miami's rent is really high. New York's rent is really high. I'm guessing LA is really high too. Anywhere, and especially if you're anywhere near an airport.
Right.
We're in the Miami world where we're around the airport. They call it Airport West area, which is inside and outside of Doral, where most of the flower importer and distributor companies are. And those buildings, the rent is really high, really high. So to keep space like we have available and empty, ready to be rented, it gets tough. So having a platform like yours, are we on that platform, Ryan?
Not yet. We're getting
what the hell are you doing?
We're getting over there. Come on, we met like a week ago. This is all still so fresh.
We could be booked up for the week right now. No, but I any wholesalers around the United States that are listening, I encourage you guys to do the same thing because we need to not only help these destination event florists, but we also need to help cultivate new florists without going the route of selling to the public. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
we can cultivate more B2B business, that's better for us
Can I ask you a question about who you rent your space to?
Sure.
I'm curious if you require them to order flowers through JetFresh.
Yes. 80% needs to come through us unless it's something we don't carry.
Oh, 80%. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Something that I see in our future, I hope. You can edit this out if you want.
Let's hear it.
I would love to see in the near future, like in a year or two, where we have so many studios from across the world on FleurSpace, but specifically for the United States, that we connect with you, JetFresh, that if they want to, they're not required to, but if they want to order their flowers through FleurSpace, which basically just leads you right to JetFresh's website or a person that can order their flowers. So that if I am a florist in France that is going to, build a big event in New York, and they don't want anything, they just want everything dialed in and ready to go for them, that JetFresh can have those flowers just delivered to whatever studio they're renting for that event.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
what
possible.
I'm hoping to see in the future.
Yeah, that'd be great. Let's look at. I don't know if
I would say I would.
You gonna cut that or no? Keep that. I mean, I think you keep it, but.
I mean, look, if you're a wholesaler in, let's just say, if you're in Arkansas and someone wants to rent your studio space from you, you're really going to not be happy with JetFresh's boxes arriving at the door. But if you're renting a space that is not inside that kind of environment, I don't think it matters.
Mm-hmm.
But there's all kinds of logistics stuff, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that's behind that has to be worked out. Which is never simple. I was just on the phone before this podcast. I was on the phone with a customer that's looking for us to ship them some flowers, but they don't have enough volume to make the minimum for a truck to go there. So it's the logistics part of it gets to be a little bit difficult. But either way, like the idea you have is really good, and I think that there's a lot of people that have a few table spaces in their location that is big, and they can generate some money, just pay the electric bill, just pay the rent, whatever it is. I like it because it cultivates new customers for us, even ones we never knew before. We've had customers that came from, we got this one guy that does the F1 around the world, like he travels around the world, and when he comes to Miami, we're his guy now, and he comes and he orders his flowers and he does a big production, and then we use our assets like our trucks and stuff to make the deliveries to the venue for him. And we provide more than just renting him a space to work. We provide him with the warehousing, with the deliveries, with everything. And I think anyone who is doing what I'm doing, or any wholesaler, has those resources to provide that to the customer. So there could be a lot of add-ons.
Yeah.
Aside from just renting the space for a couple of days. And we've met some really cool people, people we never knew before that have come to Miami. But we haven't even begun to touch a lot of the people that are coming from out of town, or a lot of the florists that need more space to do an event. Because you can't grow your business unless you're willing to take on more work. But you can't take on more work if you don't have the space, and you can't,
Right.
And we've watched also people that have also not only rented the space, but had the need for freelancers.
Mm-hmm.
So are you guys going to also have referrals for freelancers in the different cities?
So we already have freelancers listed on FleurSpace. So it's so it's not just spaces. So freelancers can list their services. And on top of that, we just launched a job board. And so it's all inclusive. So you can get spaces, people, and then under, the freelance services, we have drivers listed, strike, all the things. It's a one-stop shop.
We didn't really cover everything as far as what the website fully covers, but before we jump into the other sides of it, can we talk a little bit more about the rental space? I'm curious about a few things on as far as the logistics of it, and I think the listeners would also be curious to know as far as we've been learning a lot as we go, learning the rental space. How does it work as far as the management side? Are you guys in control once the people ask to rent the space, or do you pass it on to the wholesale to the venue at a certain point? Are you guys managing it throughout the entire process? The host, exactly.
It works very much like Airbnb, where we're just kind of just the avenue to connect.
Facilitating. Gotcha.
Yeah, facilitate. So you would run your own calendar. So if you're, you have other people that are not using FleurSpace, and like this gentleman with the F1, and he's booking out, certain dates already, you just block that out on your calendar so someone isn't trying to book you on a day that's already gone. So you take care of your calendar. Something you had mentioned, Mike, with add-ons, that's actually something that's on there as well. So we have a few add-ons that are just kind of ideas, but you can put whatever add-on you want to
The
add on.
host adds their own add-ons.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're really much in control of all of it. You take your own pictures.
You set your prices.
Oh, pricing. Yep.
You can require them to upload a driver's license or have insurance for the day.
Every person who's tried to rent the room has tried to negotiate. Is that included? Or is the prices are set? Or is that up to the host?
So we're actually we have a discount feature right now, but we're not loving it. So we're actually going to be changing that soon. And so hopefully that will be implemented where you can kind of change the price if you want.
We haven't dialed in the discount yet, but the next time I'm going to try with a discount, I'm going to try a coupon. So I'll keep you posted. If that's something that works, then we'll launch the coupon.
Very cool.
What about ratings? Like Airbnb, this was a great place to stay. This is not so great. Do you have that to offer to your members?
Yeah,
is there a Oh, now I remember what I want to ask you. Is there a membership fee?
For spaces, there's not. So you can sign up for free. You can list your space for free. How we make money is we take a 15% commission from the completed booking. So you only get charged if you actually rent the space. The other side of the website, though, we charge subscription to be able to list your services and to be able to post on the job board and to apply to the job board.
Makes sense.
And right now that's a $5 for lifetime promo, up to 500. So for 500 people, sorry. Yeah.
Good deal. Nice. Okay.
How are you getting out there other than podcasts and trade shows and stuff? You have anything going on social media or the internet that is driving?
Yeah, we our Instagram is growing pretty quickly. We're almost at 3,000 followers, and we've only been, we started in March.
Yeah.
And so I think we're growing pretty quickly, having fun posting silly videos. We try to do humor.
Yeah.
Stay on all the trends.
That's the way we do it too.
Yeah. I've seen yours. Yeah, they're funny. Yeah. So we've hit the LA Flower Mart, and we put out a sign by one of the elevators with a QR code just to kind of what is this? It was Mother's Day. And so we got people, just scanning it because they're standing by an elevator and what else are you doing? So just trying to be creative in that way.
Yeah.
We made t-shirts with QR codes. And yeah, so far nothing super traditional. We are doing meta ads, a little bit of that. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Emails, obviously.
Spread the word. That makes sense. At these early stages, how far already have you gotten? Where are you in your plans as far as where you're trying to get to? Are you pretty much happy where you're staying and now you just kind of tweak what you have? Or is there still a lot more to add on to your ideas?
We are idea ladies, and so we're just constantly going to have new ideas. I don't think it's ever going to end, honestly. But like I said, one of the things is hopefully to get someone like you, or maybe you, partnered in the future. And so the answer to that is no. We're not happy where we're at. We're happy, I think, how we're growing, and we're kind of growing sort of quickly, which is awesome. We have 600 users, 700 users already on the platform. Yeah, so that's really exciting. And another thing that we're implementing, and actually it's live, but we haven't really done anything with it yet, is affiliate codes. So a friend of friend. So I refer her, I get something for it, she gets something for it, something like that. We just haven't
get the bird dog. They call that a bird dog.
Bird dog?
Yeah.
Why that?
Oh.
Like if you're like, let's say you're in the car business and somebody refers you to go buy a car from you, that's called a bird dog, and they get like $100. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
It's a bird dog then.
There you go.
I should know that. My
We all
dad
learned
was a
something.
car salesman. So yeah, we're going to be working on that.
So what have been your biggest growing pains then with this new business?
Do you want me to answer that?
Go ahead. Yes. I think
One
we're
of
the same one.
one of the things that keeps me up at night that has been really frustrating is seeing someone inquire for a space and then the space host, the owner, not responding.
Ah.
And so we just got the app launched last week. And so I'm really
Congrats.
hoping that people will download the app and thank you and set up their push notifications. And I'm hoping that'll be a thing of the past because it's really frustrating. It makes us look bad when the host isn't responding. And then that person inquiring might just go, well, this place sucks. I'm not going to try this again. And so that's been really frustrating for me. And so I'm really hoping the app solves that.
Yeah, that's something to think about. Yeah, because Airbnb would be the one you blame if the house was not good. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think the way that Airbnb has it set up, which we really need to think about how we have things running, is if you go to Airbnb, you're not going to message the host first. You just book the space.
Right.
But for some reason, people are just inquiring and they're not because they can't just pick the day and the date and time and click book now and it would be done just like on Airbnb. But for whatever reason, people aren't doing that.
Interesting.
And so we might need to just remove the inquire button because that would help too.
Is there like a place for the video or photograph the space so that people can see where they're going to be working? And yeah.
Yeah. So on your profile, take your own pictures. And so obviously you want to take, good pictures of all the amenities and stuff. And if you need help editing them, she's a photographer. That's one of her many businesses. She can edit them for you.
Good to know.
One of our other like pain points is, again, I'm a florist and she's just she's a creative, but neither of us have any tech abilities at the slightest. Like getting, on this Google Meets is like, oh my gosh, make sure like we need to be set up 10 minutes early because who knows what's going to happen at any moment. So for the two of us to create a tech company is just wild, but it's working. So
can I ask what you guys did to build it as non-tech people, like what your process was for building the app and the website?
So we used a company called Share Tribe, and so their thing is they have two-way marketplace templates. And so that's what we used. And so
when she says she did it. She built it. I was doing weddings and events for like months while she was actually building this website. It's insane to me that she was incredible. Yeah.
Okay.
We also have a coder too, which has helped very, very, very helpful.
He's done a lot.
Yeah.
Definitely need that.
What was your question, Mike?
My question was, do you have can you share with us how many rentals you've had already or how many you average in total? Is it something that it's super busy? I'm just curious, how from when you started to now.
Are you saying completed bookings?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say, well, Melanie's gotten a ton of them in her space. We painted the walls pink, and that's my theory that it's super cute, and that's why everyone keeps booking her place because there's other places around.
That's a good suggestion.
A couple of them have been booked nearby, but it really makes it stand out on the website. It's super cute, so I think that's why booking it.
No, maybe. Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, it goes to show that pictures really do help. If you're on Airbnb, you're going to pick the cuter place to stay. And so just want to encourage hosts to take good pictures.
Paint your walls.
Paint your walls pink.
Yeah. When I was on the website, I didn't notice, is there a way to sort by scale or size of rental spaces? And is there a limit?
So the way you search is currently by city. So no, but that is something that we should write down to filter. So thank you for that idea. We're all about feedback. So that's a great idea.
Some people in
Thank
Miami
you.
will rent out just a table for a designer to come in and just use a table in the side of the room. So I don't know if that counts, if that would be included on this website, or if that's too small of a place to consider.
We do have a requirement that you have a cooler to be able to rent a space.
Okay.
We have a funny story. When we very first started, one lady listed her home and said that the cooler was that she had air conditioning in her home.
That's
so
funny.
we had to be like, we're sorry, we have to remove your post.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So as far as the table, I have a space within my space that I'll rent out for mock-ups. So I just got an inquiry from somebody that is just looking to do a mock-up. So to list my space, I need to have a cooler, but as an add-on, I can rent out a different part of my space with the mock-up room.
Nice. Has there been any weird?
That's cool.
Any weird listings? Like you said, somebody's house, but like, could somebody, if they had a cooler and they had like a butcher shop, theoretically list their space or something?
They could try.
Okay.
They could try. We don't have a filter.
Right.
When we see that it's not going to work out, then we'll respectfully remove it. But so far, so good. No butcher shops. Yeah.
I have enjoyed watching people who rent the space because we get to see small, medium, and large productions going on. You know, it could be 2 people, could be 12 people, 14 people. It's fun for me, who only really gets to see the flowers and, you know, how they come out of the box. You know, it's to get to see how the whole process works, and you have to load the cars or load the trucks so the product doesn't get damaged, and just the whole thing. I like passing by, peeking in the window and seeing like the creative stuff just getting built bigger and bigger and bigger throughout the 2 or 3 days, whatever it is that they're with us.
Yeah.
One of our best customers actually, when we were moving and the coolers weren't ready yet, and they spent like a month at our place until their new place was ready.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I was just so glad that we had that space because we were able to help them just like they always help us.
I had a really very similar story to that. One of our local wholesalers closed, and this particular florist rented space from that wholesaler weekly, and they gave them a 2-week notice that they were closing the doors, although this particular florist had 3 events coming up that they had already scheduled to work out of that wholesaler. And so they were scrambling. And so they went on, they found us Google ads or Google something, and found me and booked me for 3 of the dates, just like that. Because they were, you know, nervous about not having a space, and we were able to provide it. Yeah. It feels good to be able to help in that way. Yeah, it's fun.
Is this something that's like patented, or is there competition in this space for you guys?
So it's not, we can't patent it, just like, you know, Airbnb and what's the other one? Verbo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's possible that competition could pop up, but I think that's why we're working so hard.
Yeah.
We're just hitting the ground running and making sure that we're the best.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
Could it be? Just to take a little bit on another direction, because, you know, I like to get into things sometimes like this. You're 2 best friends trying to build a business together. That can't be all good.
Well, yeah,
And
two
Do you guys
different
get
personalities,
into it ever?
One's an artist,
Do
one's
you guys
business.
ever get into like any kind of like arguments or disagreements? Like, I'm not talking to you anymore today. That kind of stuff.
We're very similar. Like, it was funny, like the first time we talked about making, you know, videos like for social media, we both had the same exact idea. Like, we just both have quirky, funny personalities, and
Yeah.
I don't know, it just works.
I used to have a business
That's great.
partner as a florist, and we had opposite personalities. She's type A and I am definitely not type A. And I ended up taking the back seat in our 50-50 partnership, and it was like she was my boss. And when she decided to leave, which was fine with me. We remain like cordial and friends, but it was kind of relieving, honestly. And with Michelle, it's more of a partnership. If I have an idea in this partnership, she's immediately either implementing it or writing it down, and we address it in the future. It isn't like, oh yeah, that sounds fine, but you go ahead and do it, and just putting it all on me if it's my idea. Now she again is like, I'm creative too, but she's like a real creative. I'm imposter syndrome creative, but she's very good at like social media and marketing and all that stuff. And so I know that sometimes when I have an idea that isn't landing with her, she's just like, cute. But my feelings don't get hurt, and she's very sweet and nice, and would never say that sucks or you're horrible, or like, she would never do that. And I lift her up and she lifts me up. And so I mean, I know we've only been doing this for how many months? 8 months, but I mean, I haven't had an issue.
Yeah.
And she's had a medical issue. I've had a medical issue in this time. So I've had to take more responsibility. She's had to take more responsibility. It's just something that we've kind of like agreed on in the beginning, that like, I'm never going to do anything that on purpose to hurt you, and vice versa. So if feelings are hurt, let's just address it and like discuss it so that we can move on from that instead of harboring issues. So
yeah, we've had a lot of grace for each other with like the medical stuff that we have going on. I think just another thing just from the beginning that I, told her and just set my mind to is like, I love her way more than any amount of money, and her friendship means more to me, than making money. And so that's just at the forefront of my mind. Like, I'm not going to ever choose money over her. And so I think just having that mindset has really helped.
That's beautiful. Congratulations.
Also, our husbands are really close friends too. So we're just like family. It's fun.
Perfect. Vacations, it'll all be FleurSpace.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Ryan, again, why are we on here yet?
What's that? Why are we on there?
We listed. We need to get listed.
We'll be on by the end of the episode.
You know
Don't worry.
what?
By the time this airs, we'll be on there, so you guys can go
For
find
the first, listen, I'm going to make a bold move here. For the first 10
Don't do 10
listeners that reach out to FleurSpace and mention code Fresh Bunch, you get a discount on your sign up. How's that? It's new business going.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have a choice, huh? They don't have a choice.
Ryan is like,
for me, I'm fine with it if you're fine with it. It's up to you guys. Anyway, but I was saying that Mimi couldn't come, but she did submit a question. She had a question on, actually, she had a few questions, but she actually audio soundbited one.
Hi, guys. I have so many questions, but my main question is, weekly, I learned a new thing that floral designers need for a workspace. For instance, this week, we had somebody renting out the space, and they requested a mirror, a full-length mirror. Of course, I didn't understand why, but then it came to me. They were requesting the mirror because they were building the bridal bouquet. A lot of spaces need mirrors. We've learned mats. We've learned a chair or a desk. What are the fun things that you guys look for in workspaces that are pros for the florist or designers?
I didn't hear the question.
So I think she's asked, tell me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like she's asking like, what fun things have we, want hosts to have?
Oh, okay.
Right, basically.
Yeah, I mean,
or things that you
a mirror
suggest
is
hosts
definitely something.
Have.
So, yeah, actually, do we have a suggestion for like when we? Because we send an email after someone has listed, for us to already know, like, if it's your studio, you know what you want in your studio, and you would have that available for other people. So, for example, my studio that I haven't used yet because I've been renting it out too much has a full length mirror, has all the things. It even has one of those mechanical rose stripper guys in there. But for people like you that don't know the creative side of it and the ins and outs, I think that's a great idea to. On our welcome email is to add like those suggestions in there. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
All right. Good job.
Did we get a mirror, Ryan? We have a mirror now?
I assume she bought one. Yeah, I assume she bought one.
Okay.
Yeah. We have them in the bathroom, so we can just get another one.
That's good. And what was the second question she had?
The second question was on the side of the florist side. She was curious, how do you determine the level of experience or skills based on the freelance florists that are applying and posting jobs?
So we have, when they fill out their service listing, we have a question on there. I can't remember the exact wording right now, but they need to say how many years of experience they have. And I think they have to say, like, there's like a beginner, intermediate, advanced, or something like that.
Okay.
So we're not vetting them. We're hoping that, knowing that you're going to be reviewed when your service is done, that will keep you honest, because this will be your very last time on here if you get a 1 star saying this person has no experience and they claim to have 5. I think it's very obvious if you started in 2020, as even if you're the most talented person and you just started, experience really speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Hopefully people are just going to be, we're on the honor system and you're going to get rated. So tell the truth.
Well, you can say that you're a newbie and you're a beginner, and that's not an issue, right?
That's okay. I just hired on my job board 2 brand new people. One person has only been in a florist for 4 months, and I'm having her come in to process flowers and maybe teach her a couple things. And I have someone else that's pretty new. She's 4 years in and still learning, but according to the pictures that she sent, they look great. So I'm going to have her do a little bit more than the person that was the 4 months. Yeah, just because you're new, that doesn't mean anything. Like, I love to teach people what I know.
Very smart.
Whether they ask or not. I like to give advice.
Yeah. So let's talk a little more about the floral side of it. Is it the same technology running both platforms essentially?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
And then we had to have our coder build the job. ShareTribe took care of, it being a two-way marketplace for spaces and the service listings, but then the job board from scratch.
How many jobs do we have on there?
Maybe like 10, right?
I have like 10, and we just launched a few days ago. And for mine, obviously, I just said that I posted some jobs for September, and my inbox was just crazy with all these people applying. And I'm like, we need more people in Orange County to post jobs, so they're not all applying for my jobs, And there's plenty of studio spaces out here, studio florists, like Mike was saying, out here that need to get on. I mean, these people are looking for work and we need help. So this is a perfect way to do it. And I had fun yesterday, hiring and getting text messages and how excited they were to get to work at Bella Bloom's. And it was just fun. I like things that are kind of like a game. And to me, it feels like a game. And it's helping people. It's helping us. It's cool. If I do say so myself.
Yeah, for sure.
It was fun.
Awesome.
I think a lot of florists are like that. I think a lot of florists are open to teach people and, coach people up and give them advice, maybe even,
If they have the time.
wants to go out on their own, if they have the time, right?
Yeah, I think gatekeeping is the thing of the past. Like, people, in this business for a while, and back then it was like, I know how to wire ranuncula, and I would have freelancers come in to help me, and they're just throwing a broken ranuncula in an arrangement, and it's like, how do you not know how to do that? And you've done this for 4 years, and it's taught you how to fix this issue. And now people are coming in with all kinds of, I learn new things. So it's cool. I think florists have turned a new leaf, and we're not gatekeeping all of the cool ideas that we have and solutions to issues and stuff like that. So I think we're evolving as an industry.
We definitely are evolving with education, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. There's we had first, and we're so excited to learn from some of the people that we had speaking or giving demos. And I'm not a retail florist, but I soaked up every second of it. I loved it. I loved watching the people love it.
Yeah.
So if you're really into it.
Yeah. And the in-person training or listening to somebody in person is so much different than YouTube. At any time I can YouTube how to make a wrist massage, but having someone spend the time to show you like how to do it the right way, the wiring and gluing and all the things is so much different. Yeah. So I agree. I think we're evolving. It's good.
Definitely evolving.
I think you got a brilliant idea. I think you're a brilliant idea. And I think that every wholesaler, every large retailer or event space, if you have space that's empty and it's not earning you any money, and it's certainly not, networking and meeting new friends, and you really need to rethink that, because everything costs everybody a lot of money. And to have things just sitting idle and empty, like you have a studio that you planned on moving into, but it's generating income, why would you? Right? So it's like, if you had the space and you could generate some income from it and cultivate new business or new friends or new, people to work with, to network with, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. And you have a great idea.
Thank you. I think one thing I want to mention too, just along the evolving part, just having like an outsider perspective. When we first launched, it was just spaces. Mm-hmm. And then, we started noticing, or I started noticing that there were so many florists like posting in Facebook groups, hey, I need a freelancer for this weekend. And so we were like, well, we need to add this to the platform as well. And so I think the job board especially really solves, a huge pain point in the industry, that, we no longer have to rely on stories or Facebook group posts to find help, for an event. And so I'm really excited for that.
Half the generation doesn't even have Facebook anymore. So like,
right.
It's absolutely true.
Exactly.
It's very smart. No, I
don't know why.
I mean, I don't why I don't have it, because I got scammed and I never went back to it. And they had the worst chat support in the history. Joelle's generation, they're not. There's other ones out there. They don't even have. When was the last time you were on Facebook, Joelle? Do you even still have access?
When I was 12 years old.
12 years old.
I'm 26 now.
So we have. That's why we're fishing in all the ponds. We got TikTok. We got to do it all.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it makes sense. We need to spread the word. This is a great option for people. We're definitely going to take advantage of it. We're going to put our space on there and see how that helps us out, because it's frustrating. The process of renting it out is a process, and it is a little tedious to manage the back and forth and stuff, but not having the room rented is worse than having to deal with that back and forth. So definitely looking for ways to continue to fill that space, and this is definitely going to be one of the ways we do that. So thank you.
I wanted to say something else too. Maybe it's something you would want to consider in looking at the job board. If you're ever hiring for JetFresh, it isn't just for freelancers to hire.
Like drivers and stuff can work?
Yeah. If you have part-time work in the warehouse work or whatever, you can get people's applications through there too.
Nice.
It's something to consider. And so again, that would be a subscription. So that'd be get in before, the price goes up, but it's $5 right now for lifetime. Doesn't go up.
When does this
unlimited ads?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great.
When is the cutoff for that?
We have to reach 500. Once we reach 500, then that's a cutoff. So, I mean, it's rolling. And we, again, how many days has it been? A week?
A week. I think,
a week. Yeah. And we're about 100 in. So maybe the rest of the month.
Okay.
But then there's word of mouth. Yeah. So it kind of goes faster. So I wouldn't sleep on it. You might as well get with the $5. It's less than a cup of coffee right now. So really, I mean, seems like a no-brainer to us.
I used to get a bacon, egg, and cheese and a coffee.
I thought it was a Yoo-hoo.
$5.
I thought it was a Yoo-hoo.
No, that was 2 hot dogs and a two hot dogs and a Yoo-hoo was a completely different stop.
Okay.
Mike, you're aging yourself with this conversation.
For real.
He's young at heart. That's what matters.
I maybe Michelle's going to kick me under the table, but there's something else that we're considering doing for FleurSpace for future also is a bulletin board. So like I have a cooler for sale bulletin board. I have a truck, a refrigerated truck out for sale or like whatever. you want to put on like you would on a bulletin board ad in a warehouse or whatever. We're thinking about doing that in the future too.
I like it.
So
You're gonna
Great idea.
It's gonna become its own full-on social media platform. It's gonna become It's gonna develop into its own entity.
woo,
That's the hope.
Yeah, very exciting.
We have people can post and pin things on old school.
That's right.
We
Yeah.
have that in our warehouse.
Yeah. So the idea is to make that digital. Yes.
That's awesome.
Way more effective. Before we wrap up, is there anything that we didn't touch on, or anything you guys want to?
I think we got it. We love feedback.
Will you be at any upcoming events or anything like that?
We'll be at SAF
Nice.
next week.
Oh,
Yeah.
Next week.
I'll meet you there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
Awesome.
Yay. And then the rest of the year is TBD on which we will be going, but we're not sure which ones we're going to be going to yet.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. We were thinking of wedding MBA, but we're not sure that that's floral forward enough. So maybe not. But
we do that show because it's not overly floral forward. It's like we're one of the only flower companies that go to the event, but it is. I would say it's a good event to walk just to see what it is, just to experience and pass your cards out that way. It's a mixed show. It's like there's everything from a few flower companies to like wedding insurance and like hair rollers. It's a very weird range of anything in the industry can fit into that bubble.
I kind of think that's good for you guys.
Yeah.
I kind of think that be a good.
Yeah.
And I mean, aside from what it costs to stay in Las Vegas, I don't think the show is overly expensive.
No, exactly.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, I like that feedback, and we can drive there, so we're close. Speaking of feedback, we love feedback, and so if you go on and comments or something didn't just flow for you, we'd love to hear about it. If it's something that we can just simply change on our end, we will. And if it's something that we need to get our coder involved, he's really quick. So we agree with what your issue is, then we will jump on it.
Perfect.
it's great.
We end each episode with rapid fire questions for the guests. Are you guys open to that?
Yeah, bring it on. I stutter, but that's okay.
That's all right. You're good. Just answer these as best you can. Try not to think of them too hard. Okay, just kind of go what you got. At the moment, what is your favorite flower?
I say Aisha.
Are we both supposed to be answering this?
You're gonna have to go one by one. That's probably the best way we'll do it.
Okay.
Okay.
So I love a coneflower.
Coneflower. Okay. Did you answer, Michelle?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought when you said one, I thought you meant she would answer one and then I would answer the next one. I'm sorry.
Okay, we could do
I'm
that.
very much screwing this up.
We could do it. Let's try it. Let's try it this
It's
way
fine.
first.
I'll answer.
We'll try. Yeah. Go both. Same question.
Okay. I like a tulip.
What, in your opinion, is the best sandwich?
I like a BLT.
I like turkey with Swiss.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Invisibility would be mine.
Reading minds.
What is the most underrated flower?
Ooh, underrated. Carnation.
That's what I was going to say, but as a joke.
No, it's
Number
true.
one answer.
Number
Number
one
one
answer.
True.
What's the most overrated flower?
Rose. Red roses.
Red roses. Sure. I mean, there's some gorgeous roses. Overrated. Yeah, I'd have to say rose. Yeah.
Red rose specifically.
Red.
Yes. What's a flower design trend you want to see put to bed?
Hydrangea and baby's breath. Clouds.
I don't know enough about the industry to answer that. Sorry.
We'll get you there. We'll get you there. What is your go-to late night drunk food?
Ooh, Del Taco fries.
Oh man. In-N-Out burger, I guess.
She can't eat anything, so it's hard.
Yeah, I don't eat fast food, so
She can't eat. She's allergic to everything.
That's unfortunate. My dad just had his first In-N-Out experience at Cal Flowers last week.
Oh, really?
Was it overrated or underrated?
Coming out of the back of a truck, I thought it was pretty good. But I was told that I got kind of gypped because there was no French fries.
Oh yeah.
And the French fries are better than the burger. That's
No, I don't
that's what I
agree
was
with
told.
that.
That's a
But I appreciated the crunchy bun. That was a that was.
I
What was the name of
haven't.
that ice cream, Ryan? That famous ice cream for California.
Oh, fuck. What was that
We also
name?
had an ice cream truck.
An ice cream truck?
It's not even a
Yeah.
California brand. It's from like Wisconsin or something like that. That they have it in California too. I can't remember the name though. Harold or something like that. Anyway,
Oh.
what kind of flowers do you want at your funeral?
Ooh. It's supposed to be fast. Come on, Michelle.
I'll just say tulips again.
Tulips again.
That's really hard to do a whole funeral of tulips. I'm dying before you. No. I don't really care. Honestly, I didn't care about my wedding flowers. I don't really care about my funeral flowers.
That's fair. And last question, can you suggest a future guest for the show?
Ooh, future guest.
How about Ace Berry?
We're big Ace fans here. Well, we know him well, yeah.
We love Ace.
Ace is who introduced us. That's how we met, was through Ace.
Yeah,
Cool.
he's a cool guy.
Yes, he is. We're big fans. All right, well then, I guess that's it.
See you next week.
We will see you next week in SAF. Amelia Island should be a good time. And then people that want to get in contact with you, it's FleurSpace with a dash, FLEUR-space.com.
Yes. Our Instagram is FleurSpace Official. And
Who's
right?
got,
Yeah.
who's
Yeah.
got
And then
the
the app
other
is just
account?
FleurSpace.
What do we have to go and get for that other account?
there's so many.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But we're the
so.
official ones. So
Yeah.
it's okay.
There we go. Dad, anything we missed?
In New York City, they had the original Ray's pizza. Then they had the original Ray's pizza. Everybody was the original.
Yeah.
So now we have in the social media world, we have the official,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
Exactly.
knocks out the imposters.
Imposters.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's cool. Well, I encourage everybody to go on that Instagram. They have a really good, fun stuff on there. Check it out. I'll also encourage the supply side or even large event companies and large retailers that might have an extra couple of table spaces. Get on this app and start renting out that space and bringing in some found income
Founding.
that
Yep.
up until now it's probably been wasted, and make some new friends and make some new connections and network your businesses. I think it's a great idea. I think this is going to go way further than just renting some space, because I've had great conversations with the office. And there's some production going on in rental space. I've had great conversations with people, and I've met people that I've only known on the phone or whatever in person. So I think it has a lot of more benefits than just getting a couple bucks. I think it has a lot more long-term payoff than just renting out whatever space that you might have available. And I think it's a thing. I think that's something that is very important for the future.
Yeah.
I wanted to speak to that really quick. A couple of the florists that have been renting out my other space, we use the same wholesaler, and so we've been kind of like scratching each other's back. So if I'm over at the wholesaler, they might text like, "Hey, can you grab this or that for me?" And I do. So what you're saying is absolutely true. Like, these aren't people that I known for years. They just started renting my studio, and now we're helping each other, and it's awesome.
Yeah, the way things are now, and I've watched so many different changes, and even my own business, I have to reinvent multiple times my business to work with what's yet to come. If you don't have strong strategic partnerships and you don't have who you might have considered someone to never do business with or never talk to, or like that's the enemy or whatever, that is so not good now. It makes no sense now, because anyone can buy anywhere, anybody can contact anyone at any time. The technology and the communication, the way people can connect with each other around you, it's so strong. So it makes no sense for you to like not absorb it and take it in and let it happen. Let it happen.
Yeah.
Let it happen. And I talk to people who I've never talked to. I do business with people who I thought I'd never do business with, and I'm sure they're the same. I'm sure they're the same. And in order to grow and in order to be relevant, not today, not tomorrow, but for the next 10, 15, 20 years, whatever it is your plans are for your business, you need to connect. You need to connect, and you need to find ways to do business with people that you never really thought you could before, or never maybe thought that you were willing to before,
Yeah.
And there's proof of that, not just the flower business, but almost every business. There's proof of that. Everybody's cross-marketing with each other. Everyone's doing things with each other that they probably never thought before. So that's my 2 cents. I like it. I'm a fan.
Thanks.
Right this week. Let's see what happens. And I'll see you in SAF. I'll buy you a coffee.
All
as long as
right.
they're $5.
Yeah. So good.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Pleasure's all ours.
Okay, guys, this has been another great episode. This has been another great episode of the Fresh Bunch. Thank you, Joelle. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Melanie and Michelle. And we miss you, Mimi, Jimmy the Tulip. We miss you guys. See you next time.